Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. So we're cracking on with our combined arms and the big day is here. I've made you wait for it, but we're finally looking at the main battle tanks in combined arms DCS world. So these are the babies that we've got to choose from. We're only including contemporary or Cold War, I should say. We're not doing the World War II units. So I've put them in size order only, and as ever, my disclaimer, I'm not a tank buff. I don't know a great deal about them, but we're going to go through and see what we can find out about them. So T-55 Russian, first of all. Then we're going to have a T-72B, then a T-80U, a T-90. So those are the four Russian guys. We've got then the Leopard, pretty sure is German, 1A3. We have got another Leopard, but it's out of order. We've got the Leclerc there, which is French, I believe. We've got the Israeli Merkava. We've got the, we've got the British. We've got the Challenger 2. Best one there. We've got the M1A2 Abrams, the Americans, and we've got the mighty Leopard 2 German. Germans just make really, really good ground vehicles. Look at the size of that thing. It's twice as big as a T-55. And just for scale, so you can see how ridiculously big things are getting, we've got a Willis Jeep there and a Soldier there. So let's go and have a look at them with a bit more interest. I guess the first thing I should say is this video is going to take a long time. We've got lots of stuff to go through. So go and get yourself a coffee, I suggest, and put your feet up. Right, Russians, T-55. I'm not sure when this was in history, presuming early Cold War. Type, main battle tank, length 9 meters. So we're getting really big. Does that include the barrel? Not sure, sorry. We've got a crew of 4 with no passengers. We've got I don't suppose any of these MBTs are going to have passengers. We've got a combat weight of 36 tons. Actually, I'm a little bit disappointed about that. I mean, the BMP-3, which is an IFV, is 30 tons. So it's only 6 tons heavier than that. Okay, we've got a V55 diesel engine, and it is 520 horsepower, so it's pretty dang powerful. Max road speed of 50 clicks per hour, that's about 35 miles per hour. A fuel range on the road of 500 clicks. Annoyingly, it doesn't tell us about our armour. Probably won't tell us about the armour thickness of any of these, so as I'm not going to have time to go and do all the research, you guys can let me know, please, which is your favourite tank, why, and any statistics that we've missed out here that you know off by heart would be appreciated. The main gun is a 100mm D10T series rifle gun, or I think it should be called cannon, but maybe gun's the right word. We've got a 7.62 SGMT coaxial machine gun, which is, I'm guessing, that little guy there. And we've got a 1/2-inch Dushka anti-aircraft machine gun, so that must be that little baby there. So I'm not sure if this is a separate turret to the main turret. We'll have to try it out. So let's go and have a little closer look. So we've got a turnout there for the Dushka. We've got a turnout there for, I'm guessing that's the boss. We've got packs there, not sure what they are. This there, not sure what that is. Maybe ATGM that's shoulder mounted or something, not sure. Jerry cans for fuel and fluids. I assume that's for sighting there, or maybe poking your gun out of. We've got a periscope there. That and that radio ranging, maybe, not sure. Light there for to show that you're IFF friendly, maybe. IR beacon. Storage up here. That must be the exhaust, so the engine's going to be in the back here where the lightest armour is. That's a log. What else have we got? Some spare tracks, some towing points, big wide tracks. So, yeah, massive wheels. Ground clearance about 0.4 to 0.5 meters, I'm guessing. So it's real beastie. Anything else of interest there? We've got hatches here, but they look for maintenance only. And that is a lot, I think. Turnout there for the driver. Periscope for the driver. Some lights here. More spare track. Okay, let's move on. T-72B, and this looks a bit funky. It's got this kind of weird brick armour on. If anyone knows what that kind of armour is, a lot of you will probably know what this is, because a lot of you are going to be ground vehicle buffs. So let's go through the statistics. 3 crew instead of 4. It's a diesel engine. It's 840 horsepower, so seriously powerful engine. Oh, don't tell me it hasn't even got the weight. God, this is pointless. I don't know how heavy it is. Frustratingly, 60 clicks per hour, 500 clicks. It's got a 125mm gun in this case. Going to be rifled, presumably. 7.62 PKT coaxial there, I think. And a NSVT anti-aircraft Machine gun there, which is similar to the Disco of the previous one, if not the same. I'm guessing spare fuel diesel there. Exhaust here. Storage along the side here. Must be storage along the side here. Got this cool armour, whatever that is here. Very sloped front. Periscope for the driver and turnout hatch for the driver. Plenty of ground clearance. Turnout for this gunner here. Turnout for the boss here. Periscope, I'm assuming there. That little thing there. Oh, it's another viewable thing. In fact, that's for viewing. Not sure what that is. Maybe that's a Ranger again. Not sure. Got these funny little lights at the back. Be interested if anyone knows what those actually are. Or what that would be doing there. It's got that tube again. So I'm not sure what this tube is. Same as the T-55. I'm guessing some more storage on the back of the turret. And, oh, sorry, there's that must be the Ranger or some kind of guidance for the gun there. Plenty of smoke launchers. Yeah. Cool weapon. So that's that. T-80U. And we're getting seriously modern and friggin' awesome at this point. Let's see what we know about it here. Crew of only 3. Length 10 meters. So, again, probably including that's 30 feet, so that's definitely including the gun. Ground clearance 0.446 meters. Combat weight 46 tons, so this is more like it. This is a big vehicle. We've got a 1,250 horsepower gas turbine engine, so we're no longer piston driven, we're now turbine driven, which is interesting. We've got a max road speed of 70 kilometers an hour. I guess that's a derivative of the high power. Operational range of 335 kilometers without external fuel, so I'm not sure why that's so much lower than the others. Are the turbines just a lot more inefficient? It sounds like it. And what is the fuel? Gas turbine? Is it petrol? Is it kerosene? Is it diesel? Armament 125mm gun, 7.62mm PKT coaxial gun in the turret. We've got, it doesn't mention this guy here, but that is probably another half-inch or so anti-aircraft gun. Rate of fire 7 on the main, 7 to 9 rounds per minute. Ammunition types, high explosive anti-tank. Don't know. Let me know what you know about that, please, everyone. Let's have just a quick look, just out of interest. It's got a square front. What is that? Oh, no, it's got some little plates there. What is that for? To stop shells going underneath? Kind of digging them into the ground or something? I don't know. Driver periscopes and turnout. Whopping rate gun. Shame it doesn't tell us the barrel length, muzzle velocities and stuff like that. I'll be really into that. So again, presumably for ranging and aiming. We've got smoke dispensers. I guess this is the boss here. I don't really know, but we've got periscopes. And it must be for aiming. Right, this one must be an aiming sight, question mark, for the turret. This is for viewing. Turnout here. Plenty of viewing periscopes here, and this guy can use the gun obviously as well. I'm guessing that's a big light there, but it may be something for aiming as well. Maybe how to aim this gun by that. Unlikely though. Storage, extra plating here, kind of standoff plating here from the turret. That's interesting. It must have some kind of kinetic use there against hostile rounds. Big tube thing at the back again. Don't know what it is. I'm guessing that's exhaust up there. Extra rounds there, extra gas there. At the back, that must be the exhaust there. So, what's that intake there? Not sure. Some lights, a couple of tow hooks, big tow hooks, a log. They do that with their logs. And slightly reduced ground clearance because of this, but it must be still 0.4 meters. Oh, sorry, it says it here, 0.446. Right, so pretty cool. Let's go on to the next one. T-90, what a beast this is. Quintessential Russian tank, and it looks modern and friggin' awesome. Wow, they've done their homework. Okay, here we go. There's a designation T-90 main battle tank, Russia, produced 1992, so a pretty modern tank, weight 46.5 tons, so the same weight as the T-80 out of interest, crew 3, dimensions 9.5 meters, clearance 0.47, so the highest clearance yet. Armor, steel composite reactive armament. I wonder what reactive armament. It must be some kind of proactive armor that does something to stop hostile shells and or RPGs. It must be interesting. Steel composite. Not sure what the composite is. Some ceramic maybe. Not sure. Armament 1 times 125mm. They seem to have settled on the 125mm for whatever reason. Smoothbore gun. So how do they keep their accuracy if it's a smoothbore? If they've got no rifling, is it some kind of smart weapon? shells or something like that. How interesting. 7.62 PKT coaxial machine gun, probably by the main barrel. Probably that guy there, I imagine. Half-inch NSVT air defense heavy. I guess it just means that gun there. That's going to be, you know, you can control it from inside, I believe, remotely. Machine gun, 1 times 9K 119M reflex ATGM, which is the anti-tank missile. So am I crazy, or where is that ATGM? Is it that there? Is it kind of handheld and you can get out and lob it at someone? Can't see anything else. Okay, I'll have to take their word for that. Engagement range. Okay. Gun 100 to 5 kilometers. That's 3.5 miles or something. That's pretty impressive. Initial round velocity, meters per second. Why don't they do this in English? APFSDS, don't know. 1,500, so 3,000 feet per second. It really is a guess. 5,000 feet per second. It's a lot, whatever it is. Rate of fire 8 rounds per minute. Ammunition capacity 42 mixed rounds, I'm guessing that is. Coaxial machine gun rounds 2,000. Heavy machine gun rounds 300. ATGMs 4. Still don't know where they are. Maybe they fire them from the barrel. Maybe this is a smooth barrel gun so that you can fire ATGMs out of it. We'll find out in a minute, but that's interesting. Turret traverse angles 360. Elevation unknown. AGM unknown is a lot of use, isn't it? It's an engine. It's a something diesel, but it doesn't tell us to. Oh, there it is, 1,000 horsepower. So because it's got the word V in there, I'm going to assume it's a piston engine, but let me know if it is actually a turbine. And if you know what the advantages and disadvantages of each would be. Maximum travel speed is 60. It's pretty good for a big heavy tank. Off-road 55. Nearly 40 miles an hour, 35, 40 miles an hour. Water unknown, so it can go in the water. Range 550 clicks. Obstacle clearance capability. Doesn't mean anything to me, to be honest, but we'll go with that. T90 is a further evolution of the T72 MBT created in 1989 by the UK BTM Design Bureau as the T72BU Object 188. The tank underwent the successful complete state trials. The same year, the tank was designed in parallel with the more technologically advanced Object 187, but as a consequence of the worsening economic situation at the end of the Cold War, the relatively simpler T72BU was selected for production and named as the T90. Limited serial production was launched in 1992. Initially, the tank was equipped with a cast turret similar to the turret of the T-72B, but this was later changed for a welded turret. So what's the difference between a cast and a welded? I know what the literal difference is, but is one more expensive? Is one better, absorbing blows? Can one be thicker? What's that all about? The fire control system for the T90 was largely borrowed from the T80U with some modifications. The Sumthura 1 electro-optical IR jamming system, interesting, is a standard feature of the tank's defense systems used to jam incoming SACLOS type laser-guided anti-tank missiles. Laser-guided. Now, I can't think of any examples, annoyingly, but the T90's level of protection is a significant improvement over the 72B predecessor. At the time of the service entry, it was capable of withstanding nearly every NATO anti-armour round. However, today this level of protection is no longer current and cannot defend against the latest NATO anti-armour projectiles, such as the whatever that is. Something that I'm guessing an Abrams would fire. Right, and just a quick look for interest. So I'm guessing these are the sensors for aiming the gun. Here's the gun, here's the coaxial boxes here, don't know what they are. That must be some kind of... What is this? It's a thing. An extra thing to help deflect bullets from the turret, I'm guessing. At those angles. Storage. Smoke. Storage question mark. ATGM question mark. Storage. Storage. Storage question mark. Turnout for this guy. Viewer. Gun aimer. Taking a lot of guesses here. Anti-aircraft gunner, a turnout and gun, and periscopes, exhaust, log, the thickest goddamn wires you've ever seen, and tow points, question mark, there, and it's got these little extra plates here. It's a bit funky all around here, but Just metal plates by the looks of things. A lot of stuff going on here. I wonder what all this stuff down here is. What is all this? I wouldn't have thought it's defence. It's a bit of a weird place to be in defence, isn't it? Lights. Little things there. Not sure what they are. These little things again. These cylinders. I wonder what they are. Whopping great tow points there. Periscope driver. Turnout for driver. Thingies here. Little handles here. Don't know what they're for. More exhaust or intake. Possible storage question mark along here. Interesting vehicle. Anyway, we must crack on because we've got lots to do. Okay, the Leopard 1A3 Deutsche tanker. Relatively funny looking thing. Big turret, but that carries a lot of ammo. Doesn't look particularly protected. Again, it doesn't tell us any armour sizes, so it's all guesswork. See what we do know. Crew of 4, length 9.5 metres, must be including turret engines, an MTU MB838 cam 500, 10 cylinder, 830 horsepower. Diesel, question mark. Combat weight 42 tons, road speed 65 clicks, pretty good, 40 miles an hour plus. Operational range 600 clicks, pretty good. Ground clearance 0.487, very good. It's kind of tall, isn't it? Kind of goes against the ethos of a modern battle tank. When is this in time? No idea. Armament, 105mm Royal Ordnance L83, sounds English, A3 rifled gun. And what are all these different thicknesses of gun here? Why would it have different thicknesses of gun? Something about absorbing the shock? Something about... Have the Greens got in? Are they trying to put catalytic converters on them? What's going on? Not in Deutschland! 13, what does that mean? 13 round in turret, 42 round in chassis. Okay, so that's what it says. 7.62 coaxial machine gun, 7.62 anti-aircraft. That's not going to do much. A 7.62. You might as well shoot an AK at it. And I can't see either of them. Where are the 7.62s? Don't know. I must be blind. Maybe they are literally AK-47s or something, whatever the Germans have. Okay, so let's just have a quick look for interest. The whopping great thing here. Some must be aiming. Something to do with aiming the main gun, ranging. Driver periscopes, turnout. The biggest mirrors you've ever seen. Just a basic front, not very swept back, so probably not great protection. And again, no sweep on the side almost, so not very good protection. An axe, a spade, an exhaust. No, because that's an exhaust, so something there. Amazingly legal lights, so I've done a good job there. Hatch for some reason, and things, I don't know what all this is. A hatch at the back of the turret here. Emergency escape, question mark. Some rods. Some more tools. Tow points up here and here, so that's interesting while that's there. Must have some big welds on it. It looks like this whole thing tilts up and down with the gun. And you've got your turnout for this guy, and a viewer, and periscopes around here. Turnout for this guy. I don't see the 7.62s, so that's it. Let's try the next Leopard. Oh my. Wow, look at that. Jesus. I mean, it's ugly as hell, but does look very purposeful. Look at the degree of that sweep of the armour. It's like 70 degrees. But that would be really hard to shoot that from the front. Although this bit's quite steep. Right, so a step up for Germany. I don't know when this is. Nearly 10 metres total, so a thumping great unit. It's a V12 diesel, 1500 horsepower. Piston engine. Shoo. Combat weight, 55 tonnes. So we're playing with the big boys now, aren't we? 55 tonnes. 72 clicks per hour, must be because of that massive horsepower. So not only is it big, heavy, armoured, but it's also the fastest. Operational range 550 clicks, so very impressive so far. Now it's got 1x anti-aircraft 7.62 MG3. Again, can't see it. So apparently ground clearance nearly half a metre, so that's a very good. Top of the class. 120 more cannon, I'm guessing rifled. Again, it's got this little catalytic converter weird thing there. And again, coaxial machine gun apparently. There's the coaxial there. As to what it looks like, I mean, in terms of the things that we're looking at, it actually looks quite similar to the other one, really, in terms of where the panels are placed and things like that. And I know the turret's different. And the ethos of the massive turret's kind of the same as well. Look at the size of that turret. Baskets at the back for storage. I'm guessing smoke here. 2 turnout points. Opticals here. Opticals here for gunnery, question mark? Or is that gunnery? And what's that little thing there? Hooks, the turret. We've got tow hooks. Big tow hooks there and there. Or they're kind of a bit weird, but Guess they are tow hooks. Some weird stuff along here. Anyone know what that stuff is? Don't know. Weird patches. Don't know what that is. That can't be the engine there, so I don't know what that is. Some ventilation. Driver, turnout, periscopes. Flat-sided again, so you don't. This thing doesn't want to get hit by the side, does it? No obvious extra armour that I can see. Exhaust, I'm guessing. Single tow point. That's quite weak. Oh no, the tow point's there and there. Some tools. Back carriage for something. Hatch, mini hatch. That's about it. Big weapon. Wouldn't want to mess with that. Right, next. In no particular order, Merkava. So this is Israel, I believe. First thing I notice is it looks like it's rusty. What the hell is that all about? Is it so you can climb on it easily? Funny looking thing this is. And the barrels are really short. What's that all about? Ah, bloody hell. I get the feeling as it's Israeli it's going to be batshit good. But we'll see. You guys tell me because I don't know. Main battle tank. So, crew of 4 and up to 6 passengers. So the first thing is it's also an APC. Look, there's a little door at the back. Wow. How interesting. I'm not sure I'd really want to get in there, but okay. 9 meters long with barrel, and barrel's very short. It is General Dynamics GD883 something V12 water cooled diesel, 1500 horsepower. Very impressive. Power to weight, combat weight 65 now. Oh, we're right at the top end now, aren't we? We've been cocking about with 40-ton vehicles, and all of a sudden it bangs this one out at us at 65 tons. That's heavier than a house. It's heavier than lots of houses. That is ridic. Max speed, so despite its weight, is very fast. 64 clicks with a range of 500 clicks. Ground clearance 0.45, not best in class, but pretty good. Armament, 120mm cannon. Doesn't say if it's rifled or not. And again, it's got the kind of these things. What's the matter with just a tube? What's all this stuff for? We've also got 2 times 7.62 machine guns. It doesn't say where. Well, that must be one there, question mark. And another one somewhere that we'll have to hunt for in a bit. And a half-inch gun. Maybe that's a half-inch gun. Can't see anywhere else. Any other guns. And a internal mortar. A 60mm internal mortar sometimes. God, we're going to have fun testing this, aren't we? Right. The Merkava 4 is being considered as one of the best main battle tanks nowadays. The Mark IV is a 4th generation of the Israeli tanks and the most recent variant of the Merkava tank family. The tank was in development since 1999 and put into service in 2004. The Mark IV has new fire control system, the electro-optical Night Mark IV, capable to deal with air threats like anti-tank helicopters, removable modular armour, that's interesting, from the Merkava Mark III Delta is used on all sides, including the top and the V-shaped belly armour pack for the underside. Not sure what it means. Doesn't look very V-shaped to me. Ammunition protection is also improved by giving a fireproof individual protection to all rounds and removed for sensitive areas. The tracks are the T-saws type, designated to reduce track shredding under the harsh basalt rock conditions of Lebanon and the Golan Heights. Okay. The Mark IV can fire laser-guided anti-tank missile that's specially adapted for launching from the MG253 smoothbore cannon. So it's smoothbore. So it looks like the smoothbores fire the missiles as well, but it must make them much less accurate with the bullet. The missile's trajectory can be set to match either tank top attack or helicopter direct attack engagement. Finally, the missile uses a tandem warhead which can defeat modern armour and reactive panels. The main warhead has a high penetration capability, defeating all known armoured vehicles at high impact angles, typical of a top attack trajectory. So that's a missile that will go up and then pom, thump down on top. How interesting. After the 2006 Lebanon War, Merkava Mark IV were equipped with the Trophy Active Protection System, APS. The Trophy APS was managed to successfully intercept RPG rounds and anti-tank guided missiles, wow, including the Cornet fired by Hamas during before and during Operation Protective Edge in 2014. So it's got some kind of armor which defeats missiles. How does that work? Where is it? Why can't I see it? Very interesting. So let's have a good look around her. First impressions are, what a beast. Look at the slope. Everything's just designed right, isn't it, with this one? You know, her bullet comes in, pew, it's got no incentive to try and dig into that armor. The side is flat, annoyingly, so don't get hit from the side or the back. That's where the crew, passengers can get in, so it doubles up as a extremely well armored APC. Storage, spare track, hatches, all the periscopes in the world for this guy, whoever it is. Probably a turnable periscope there for another guy. I'm guessing that's a 1/2 inch, stand to be corrected. All the smoke launchers in the world. Aiming system, question mark, for the gun. Nothing else obvious. Drivers, periscopes plus turnout. Not quite sure how he turns out, but lights, big thing there, maybe for towing. Not sure. Things here, not sure what they are. Tow hooks there. A thing there that looks like an engine there. Ah, because that's why it can take passengers, because it's got the engine there. Big 1500 horsepower engine sitting right next to the driver, look. How interesting. Passengers at the back, so no engine. Thumper of a turret. Look at the turret, the size on it. Spare track, question mark. I suppose it's a good place to keep it. If that is what it is, may not be. Tow hooks. No obvious added side armor, or maybe this is literally, yeah, maybe it is added side armor. Don't really know. Right, so you guys let me know what you think of that and what you know about it. Looks an interesting vehicle. Got God knows how many weapons we've got to test out on this thing. That's the Macarva. What's next? Okay, the M1A2 Abrams. So this is the American tank. And it really always depresses me. We use these a lot, but the model is so crap. Look at that. Looks like a child made it. So all the other models are really pucker, but the American one, well, it looks fine like that, but when you do this, and this is my big problem with the upcoming F-16, which I'm going to have a whinge about soon. But anyway, main battle tank, 10 meters, so it's big, is the first thing. Ground clearance 0.43, actually a bit disappointing. Crew of 4, combat weight 57 tons, so not as big as the Macarva, which was 65 question mark, but it's relatively big. AGT 1500 gas turbine. So what does that run on, do we think? 1500 horsepower. Max road speed 67 clicks per hour, dang good. Operational range on the road 465 clicks, so pretty good. The armament is a 120mm main gun. Now, is that rifled or is it smoothbore? Not sure. 7.62 coaxial there. 12 1/2 inch, I guess it's an M2 or there. 1/2 inch anti-aircraft gun for the commander. 7.62 machine gun, anti-aircraft load for the loader. I don't see that anywhere, so I'm going to have to take your word for that. Again, no armor specs. I'm going to guess, I don't know, what does a big tank have? 120mm at the front, something like that? Not sure. So the shape of it is actually a little bit disappointing. I figured it was American. I figured it would be the Big Daddy, but you got very little slope on that compared with the other vehicles. Pretty good slope there, but pretty shit slope there. So it's a little bit disappointing. I wonder when this was designed and built. Big thumping great kind of 2 or 3 inch panels there, covering this bit here. So driver there, doesn't appear to be a turnout, it may just be a simple model, not sure. Guidance for the gun, I'm guessing that's there. I guess that's a turnable for the whoever needs to turn that and look, don't know. This guy, loader or whatever, we've got his periscope, even though it just looks right into the back of that. And we've got turnout here, commander, question mark, for the anti-aircraft gun with millions of periscopes. Smoke launchers. Storage, question mark. Tubes. Tubes are always interesting. It doesn't make any mention of ATGM, so I don't know. Storage. I'm guessing. Or some kind of unit. Access panels here for ammo, question mark. Storage. Must be the big turbine at the back here. Your resource, your intakes and whatnot. Brake lights. Pretty simple at the back here, or at least the model is. Access to the engine. Weird thing here. What's that? I don't know. Okay, tow points there. Yep, lots of tow points there. We're going to tow that baby. Tow points at the back. What are these? These are interesting. It's almost like something's going to go and stick in these or stick out of these. And what is this little thing netting here? This is an active unit of some kind. What is that, an APU or something? Okay. A little bit disappointed with that. I thought the Abrams was the big daddy nowadays, but to be honest, it shows how little I know. Next. Leclerc. Don't know, didn't even know this existed. Big gun. Look at the gun on it. That's going to have some muzzle velocity, yo. Okay, it's France. 10 metres, so one of the longest. 56 tonnes. Just under an Abrams. 8-cylinder. Ooh. Somehow it makes 1500 horsepower from an 8-cylinder diesel. That's actually amazing, to be honest. Powered road speed 72 clicks per hour. Co-fastest or very near close fastest, so very impressive. I guess it's a function of its weight and its horsepower. 1 times 120mm gun. Smoothbore rifle, don't know. 1 times coaxial 12.7. That one, no, that's not a gun. There. And that's it. So not many weapons on the thing. No anti-air either. 40 rounds in the main gun, 1100 in that, so not many bullets either. So what's that? Laser Ranger? Something to do with targeting. Must disperse something to do with targeting. This must swivel, maybe the commander. Turnout for him and lots of periscopes for him. Loader, question mark. Turnout and lots of periscopes. Smokes, not many. Various access panels at the top, I'm guessing for ammo. Storage. A weird little thing here. Again, like the previous tank, it's got a thing here in the turret. Something does something in the turret. There's a little engine in there or something. Shape of the turret. It's pretty effective. It looks a lot more effective than the Abrams turret for protection. Good slope there. Medium slope there. A little bit better than the Abrams. I've been calling it Amram, haven't I? Dope. Panels bolted on the side here. Don't know what kind of armour. No idea. Big blocks at the back. What are they? Big blocks for something. Interesting. Biggest exhaust ever. It's bigger than my first car's exhaust, and that was big. Access panels for the engine. Lights. Pretty puny tow hooks for 56 tonnes or whatever it was. 56 tonnes. Ground clearance doesn't say, but it looks bloody good. Probably half a metre maybe. And a couple of panels here. What are they? Don't know. What are these big bulgy bits here? Extra armour? Bulgy bits? Maybe. You get the feeling the thickness of that turret armour there is about 3 feet. I bet it is. Basket, aerials. What's that little chimney there? That's interesting. What does this Alice? Let's continue. And we've got their best till last. We've got the Challenger 2, which must be the English or the British main battle tank. In all seriousness, I haven't got any idea at all if it's any good. It reminds me of the Leopard 2 a little bit. That's the first thing I'd say. Quite skinny, tall and long. Crew of 4. Length 8 metres is small. 30 metres with gun forward. Okay. So I'm not sure if the other ones have been including the gun or not. But that looks long, doesn't it? So 13 metres. I think this may be the longest tank so far. We'll have a look on the top-down view in a minute. But so far, pretty impressive. So possibly the longest so far, which is good. Length is good. Engine Perkins. That sounds British. CV12, V12 diesel, 1200 horsepower. Meh, not too bad. Combat weight, 62.5 tonnes. That's the second heaviest or the third heaviest. Possibly the second heaviest. British. Past the Merkava. Max speed, 59 clicks. Yeah, it's probably the slowest so far, but doesn't bother me. Operational range, 550 clicks. Ground clearance, 0.5 metres. British are the best. Look at that ground clearance. I can go over a bloody town. Armament is a 125mm L30A1 cannon. What's the difference between a cannon and a gun? We still don't know. Is it rifled? Yes or no? Still don't know. It's a long gun. I bet that's got some muzzle velocity on it. 7.62 coaxial machine gun. It's going to be there. And a anti-aircraft machine gun that is nowhere. The FV-4034 Challenger 2 is a British-made battle tank designed and built by the British company Vickers Defence System. The tank is in service with the armies of the United Kingdom and Oman. Oman, question mark? What the hell? The Challenger 2 is equipped with 120mm 55 caliber long gun, the successor to the L11 gun used on the Chieftain and Challenger 1. The gun is fitted with a muzzle reference system and fume extraction. Effective range of fire with armor-piercing rounds is over 5,000 meters, which is less than the 3,000, which is less than the 5,000 that's another one quoted, the Leopard. The turret and hull are protected by the second generation of Cobham armour, also known as Dorchester, very British, the details of which are classified, but which is said to be more than twice as strong as steel. A nuclear, biological and chemical NBC protection system is located in the turret bustle. The turret has a rotation time of 9 seconds, 360 degrees. The first combat use of the Challenger 2s came in March 2003 during the invasion of Iraq II. The 7th Armoured Brigade, part of the 1st Armoured Division, was in action with 120 Challenger 2s around Basra. The type saw extensive use during the siege of Basra, providing fire support to the British forces and knocking out multiple enemy tanks, mainly T-54s and T-55G. Well, that wasn't much of a match, was it? Jesus. What could they have done? Let's have a look at his lordship. Good slope turret. Good start. Pretty crap slope fuselage, unfortunately. In fact, that's probably the worst fuselage we've seen so far. That's a bit disappointing. We'll gloss over that, shall we? What the hell is that? Multi-barreled something. Look, it's multi-barreled. It's model pretty shit, but whatever that is. I wonder if it's a minigun. In fact, the model is pretty shit for this, isn't it? Driver's turnout and periscope with wipers that are modelled really badly. Just a really bad front for a tank. Lights, tow hooks, smoke dispensers. Must be the aiming system. Lasing, aiming, all that stuff with the gun. Some hatch there, something similar maybe. Tow hooks for the turret. So I guess this is the commander with the turnable periscope here, turnout here. Some kind of aiming thing here for the gun. Not sure, maybe. More periscopes, loader or whoever that goes there. And his turnout, another chimney. What are these chimneys all about? Can't figure that out. You can. Oh, look, it's hollow. Why is it hollow? Is it because that extra kind of cavity wall gives us extra protection, maybe? Having a sheet there and then another sheet there. Maybe. Maybe it stops the, the heat round or whatever it is, armor piercing round doing its thing. Biggest aerials we've ever seen. And big is important. Not particularly interesting sides, just the usual, pretty thin in fact compared to the Abrams or something. Some wire or toes hook there. Got an interesting little lip there. I wonder what that lip there is for. Is that protecting it from rounds to the bottom of the turret? Got some storage there, maybe ammo and stuff like that. Whopping engine there. What was it? A piston engine, I think. There's got one of those things here again. What's that? Wire? What's that for? What is this for? Carrying logs again? Maybe? British. Lights. Big tracks. Big tracks. Tow hooks. Big engine. Ventilation. And that's it. We made it. I hope you're all still with me, because the next bit's the fun bit. We get to drive the things. So, we've got a rough idea. The information was pretty sparse there, to be honest, but we've now got a rough idea, at least what weapons they have and stuff like that. So, let's go and see how... Okay, so when we go, red side, tactical commander, fly. So, the first thing I'd like to do is just get an idea of the scale of these things, because this is the first time I've looked at it. So, I'm going to click on that guy, I'm going to press F7, and that is absolutely ridiculous. Look at the size of the Leopard 2. Is that the Leopard 2? I think it is. In fact, I'm having to shout, these tanks are so loud compared to the Jeep. Absolutely ridiculous. Leopard 2, Abrams, Challenger 2, Merkava. Yeah, the Merkava's pretty big. The Leclerc's quite small. That's quite big. The Leopard 1 question mark? I think so. T90 is quite small. In fact, the T90 is very small. It's like 42 tons. So the Merkava's 67 tons. Very interesting. Right. So, as it's supposed to be educational at the end of the day, not just cocking about, let's get on with stuff. Here is the options for the controls. So we click here, we click Combined Arms. All Combined Arms vehicles are controlled by the same commands, which are here. There's about 50 to 70 commands. They're very easy to understand and they're very easy to use. So you don't need me to explain all of them. Let's just go through a couple of quick ones we'll be using. To accelerate, Whiskey. To brake, Sierra. To turn left, Alpha. To turn right, Delta. To go up a gear, and you will need to, X-ray. To go down a gear, Zulu. To change weapons, we're going to use the Echo key. To change turrets, if we've got multiple turrets, which we probably will have, we're going to use the Quebec key. To reload a weapon, when we run out of weapon for the gun, we need to reload it from our internal magazine. We're going to use left control and Romeo. To acquire a lock on a target, we're going to press return or enter as it says there. To lose that lock, we're going to press backspace. To fire the weapon, left mouse click. To zoom in, we're going to press and hold the right mouse button. And there's a whole bunch of others, but this is all we're going to use for the moment at least. So okay, so let's choose a vehicle. Let's start in the T55, click on him and click on this button here to occupy the vehicle. Okay, sorry for the noise. So the views, we've got F1 takes us to this view here. While in F1 we can also press the insert key and that takes us out here. Now with the mouse we'll control the turret, elevation and azimuth. We press insert again, we'll go inside here and we can drive it from inside here if we like. We press the F7 key, it gives us an outside view of the tank where the mouse now moves the camera around and the scroll wheel zooms in and out. Press F1 to go back in, so just showing you moving the tank. X-ray to go up a gear, Whiskey to go forwards, Sierra to brake, Alpha to turn left, Delta to turn right, Zulu for neutral, Zulu for reverse, Whiskey to go accelerate, Sierra to brake, X-ray to go back to neutral. Now let's have a quick look at the symbology on this screen. It will change slightly for different vehicles, but generally they're 90% the same. Here is the azimuth of the turret as it turns. Here is sighting and lead information, but that's going to change per vehicle. So each of these are a different weapon on this vehicle, whatever we've got a T55, and it shows you for how many hundreds of meters what the kind of elevation you need to put on the target. Here is the AI information if you're controlling more than one unit in a group where we've got some AI controlled units. We don't have that today. Here is the ammo and the weapon we've currently got selected. So we've currently got selected a 105mm with armor piercing shells. We've got 6 rounds and a 26 round magazine. To reload from the magazine into the gun, left control and Romeo. Here is the gear, it can be reverse, neutral or drive. Here is the speed of the hull in miles per hour. Here is the azimuth of the hull. Here is the azimuth of the turret compared to the hull compared to north. Here is the health point of the vehicle. The first thing we're going to do is see which weapons we've got to use here. So I'm going to unpause. I'm going to press echo and I can choose a 100mm HE, a 105mm armor piercing. I don't know why it was 105 and 100, but it is. So that's all I've got there, and if I press Quebec to go to a different turret, I've got this turret up. Let me just turn my cursor off. This turret on the top here, press Quebec again, and we're back there. So we've got 3 weapons to play with. So first of all, we're going to try an armor piercing, and what we're going to do as well is use this video to test the different armor penetrations of the different weapons. So first of all, in fact, let's start with the HE 100mm, and I've got 2 of 9. So let's fire on the front armor of the Abrams. Left click to fire. No effect. Reloading. Oh, we got him with a high explosive round. Now that is controversial. Why do you think a 100mm round high explosive killed an Abrams from the front? Something doesn't look right for me. What do you guys think? Let's fire at another vehicle. Got a M2 here. What we can do is press return to get a lock on the guy, and this will get us lead information. Now that's not particularly useful in a tank so close, but for a long range tank is incredibly useful. For some reason excuse me, for some reason it's not working on this, so let me just try a different weapon, try a different vehicle, try and press return there. Okay, that was worked. It was probably just being buggy or whatever. So you can see it's telling me to aim there, obviously to add no lead because we're so close. Look at the bottom left. We're locked onto a main battle tank M1A2 Abrams. It's 220 meters away and is within range. So we already know that the 100mm high explosive penetrates, so we can be pretty damn sure a 105mm AP penetrates, but we better find out just in case. So let's take a blast. And it doesn't. Well, did I just aim at the wrong place on the tank? Right click to zoom in. Let's see if we can aim more there. No, the armor-piercing round does not affect the tank. Cap suspects a programming issue there, but let me know if you think something different. As you know, I'm no expert. That's that. Next, I'm going to, in fact, just purely for fun, because I've never tried this, why don't we try shooting down a helicopter with one of these? Let's go to a high explosive round. I'm going to lock this douchebag up here. To unlock a guy, you press the... to unlock a guy, press backspace. Let's have a pop at this guy, shall we? You can hit them, by the way. It is programmed. I've done it before. I don't think it's not leading properly there, is it? It's not compensating for altitude. It's not really designed for that. Right, that's using the 2 guns. Next, we're going to the turret. This is a 1/2-inch Dushka, I think. And we've got 50 rounds. And, well, it's just the same, really. Get on. Got him. Got him again. Good gun. Very good gun. Get on. Out of ammo. Reloading. Ooh, good gun. Just because they're powerful. Very good. Nice tank. Right, that's all I've got to show on that. We're going to jump to the next tank now. P-72. Go. Right, let's just check out the weapons. Weird sight. Weird sight. So we've got a 125 armor piercing. We've got a 125 high explosive. We've got a tow type missile there. That's going to be interesting. And we've got that as turrets. We've got a backwards facing turret. Let's have a look outside. Oh yeah, it's backwards facing anti-aircraft gun. How interesting. Right. Back in we go. So first of all, let's see how powerful this gun is. So we've got the high explosive, we've got the armor piercing, so that's shooting Abrams. I'm going to shoot this Abrams there in the front. Let's see if it kills it. Oh, I do apologise. I just took out the T-55. Right, that's my bad. It always was on the cards. Right, Abrams from the front, in the belly. No effect. Ooh, controversial. Now, unless I'm mistaken, AP should be armor piercing, shouldn't it? Oh, got him. That time. Maybe it has to hit the turret. Maybe it's more advanced than I'm giving it credit for. Maybe we're doing glancing blows or something like that. Again, this is way beyond me. So maybe what I was doing before was glancing blows, and now I've just got it so that it can penetrate. I'd appreciate some guidance on that, because I just don't know is the answer. Okay, so that's a pretty cool gun. Next, I'm going to check the high explosive. Problem is, these guns are just too powerful. I've got nothing to really challenge them. I mean, what more can you get challenged? Can you get than 30 Abrams? Next, we've got the missile, and if you like that, you're going to love this. I fire it up in the air or wherever I want. From, I'm guessing, the gun barrel, but I stand to be corrected. And then you guide it with the mouse cursor. So watch this. Hit that chimney. Boom! That looks good, and that's because it is good. Let's try and take a shot at... I'm going to lob one up in the air and try and bring it down on that Humvee. Shit. Anyone else? Anyone else want to dance? Should have a go at that. Pop of that chopper, shall we? Oh, missed him. How frustrating is that? Yeah, so they're only guided by the turret, so... Oh, hit someone over there. Right, and we've got the Q back for the anti-aircraft gun. Let's go and have another pop, shall we? At him, if we can find him. Get some. 1/2-inch gun. Get some. Gotcha. There is a command here that allows us to kind of help track onto our cursor onto that circle there, the right shift and lemur, but it doesn't work for a lot of vehicles. It doesn't seem to be working for these tanks, so be it. Guess on. Okay, next tank, T-80U. Here we go. Ooh, big gun turret. So we've got the 125mm armor piercing, we've got the 125mm HE, we've got the tow type missile again, And we've got that, and the turrets, we've got a half-inch, and back to the main. So it's pretty much the same. I'm going to use my armor piercing, check it can kill an Abrams. Can't even see the cursor. Where's the cursor? I'm going to guess it's right there. I'm going to try against the hull. No dice. Glancing blow. Going to try against the turret. Kill. Going to try the HE. HE on this guy. Ooh, just pure power that was. And we're going to try the missile. Boom! Oh, look at that church. I wonder if I can hit that church out there. I do not want to be anti-Islamophobic, but we are going to take that mosque out. Oh, I can't zoom in. It's never going to work. Never going to work. Never mind. That's that, and on to the turret. That's a pretty cool sight. Oh look, it can't go any further left than that. Wonder why. And it can't go any further right than that. How interesting. And you can use the anti-aircraft for anti-tank. And you can use the anti-tank for anti-aircraft if you like. That's that. This is a high velocity gun though. Let's just go on to the next one, otherwise we're never going to get through. T90. 125mm AP, 125mm high explosive, and the tow type missile, and turrets. We've got basically the same thing all over again. So there's not much point checking penetration because it's going to be the same. So why don't we try and shoot a chopper down with it, with this main gun. Oh god damn it, they're all dead. I'm going to have to restart. Right, this one does have tracking mode. You can see it says tracking mode on now. I press right, shift, and Lima. Some vehicles do. Oh, I just shot the Challenger. God damn it. Some vehicles do, some vehicles don't. And this is going to help me track it with the mouse cursor. I've just got too much going on here. I need to change to high explosive first of all. Okay, I'm going to lock him up. I can't really explain how it changes the speed the mouse moves at. I've got no other way of really explaining it to that. Goddamn tank is cooking off. Ah! Oh, I give up. Next vehicle, Leopard 1A3. In we go. Okay. So it appears to be only just the main gun for this. No, scratch it. I've got lots of guns. I've got a 105 AP, a 105 HE, and a 200 7.62, and no separate turret. So everything's on the main turret. Get on. Ooh. Looks like it takes 2 AP rounds to kill a Abrams. No. I don't think we can penetrate the Abrams with a 105. Look at that. Oh yeah, you can, look. Eventually, we got him. So it took, what, 5 or 6 105s to kill an Abrams? So it's got some pretty tough armor, although I was slagging it off earlier on. Got some pretty tough armor. I think what we'll do after this is a proper comparison of what gun can kill what tank. Other than that, we've got the HE. I don't think there's anything else of any interest in there. What's that? We've got the bottom. If you see a thing like this, it means we've got a laser rangefinder. And if you want to use that, you can zoom in, press the Lima key, and it gives you a range in meters, as long as it's above 200 meters. So 1104 meters. Okay, so let's move on to the Leclerc. Little look at him. I only see one weapon. Ah, and what is that little dude at the bottom? I've not actually seen that before. So we've certainly got some interesting symbology. Just see what weapons we've got. We've got 120 AP, 120 HE, and turrets. That's all. So we've got 2 big guns, and that's it. It's telling us what type of weapon we've got down at the bottom there, as we can see. And if we get a lock on something, just the usual thing by the looks of it. interesting. So, I'm going to take a shot at this guy. Oh, if I zoom in with the right click, I get a proper cursor. That's interesting. See how I can penetrate an M1. Can't do it. That's what 7 or 8 APs and it just couldn't do it. Let's try high explosive. And the high explosive kills it. That can't be right. Oh, something 8 right here. Something 8 right here. Okay. That's all we've got. I wonder if it's got any kind of other helicopter attack that I'm not aware of. Probably not. Right, we've got Macarva. This is the big bad boy, the biggest one of them all. Wow, look how tall it is. You can shoot over the T-90. What a beast. Laser rangefinder. We've got a 120mm smoothbore AP, 120mm HE, a 7.62, and a separate turret of 7.62. 120 AP. Probably going to hit my buddy here. Doesn't work. Let's try HE. Got him. Again, doesn't really seem right to me. Let's try the other turret. Get some. Get some. Get some. Haha! He's out of here. Right, that's the Macarva. What else have we got? We've got the Challenger, the British. Beautiful. Ooh! Look at that, a thing opened. So inside we've got stuff at the bottom. What does that stuff mean? No idea. Laser rangefinder. It's got a beeping red thing and a beeping green thing. I wonder what that is. We've got 120mm AP. We've got 120 HE. We've got that's it, and no second gun turret. So big bang only. See what the HE could do to this Abrams. Ow! That hurts. Don't think there's anything else to see there. Interesting to know what the stuff at the bottom. What's a G hash? What's a fin? I think fin is armor piercing, as far as I'm aware. High explosive, something, something. Don't know. Anyway, you guys, taggers, are going to know more about that than me. That's that. Let's try the next little beauty, which is an Abrams. Let's go. Okay, we've got 120mm armor piercing, 120mm high explosive, 7.62, and a separate gun turret for anti-air, which is M2, but looks a bit. Get some. Really? Get some. Oh, I do apologise. Get some. Oh, they're all going to cook off again now, aren't they? Right, anything else I need to test there? I don't think so. Just a bit of infantry killing. And finally, on to big boy Leopard 2. Okay. We've got a 120 AP, a 120 HE, a 7.62, and the obligatory gun turret. With a pretty decent amount of ammo. So all the usual stuff there. On this vehicle, a AP takes out. There's a real disparity between vehicles about what the AP can take out and what the HE can take out. I don't know if you've been watching, if you can figure out what's going on. None of it makes sense to me, to be honest. I'm probably wrong, I usually am, but... Laser range it with Lima. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show, is basically how to drive the vehicles around, how to shoot, select the weapons, select the turret, shoot the guns, use the guidance, what they've got, and so on and so forth. That's what I'm going to show. What I'm going to do is go and make another video now to compare the ballistics of the guns, compare the armor at different ranges, and just see how that works out. Anything that you know that I don't, which is probably quite a lot, let me know about that and where I may have been going wrong. Otherwise, I hope that helps, and see you later.